Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA previews and predictions for Tuesday, January 12th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Ruby Tuesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to this channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. Okay, guys, hopefully you're following my selections here at atsstats.com. Coming off a 2-in-1 night, having a really good season, hitting over 65% of my NBA selections. And if you are interested in my top plays, all you got to do is go to atsstats.com, go to picks, go to Ron Raymond, and you can get my top NBA picks right here each and every day at atsstats.com. All right, let's take a look at the Sixers taking on the Heat. Now, the Heat-Celtics game was canceled yesterday, so Philadelphia coming off a 112-94 loss to the Atlanta Hawks last night, so taking the red eye back to Philly in a back-to-back game situation. The NBA forecast, the computer pick, has the Phillies winning this one. The Phillies, yeah, it looks like a baseball season right around the corner. The Sixers winning this one, 103-99. The over-under set at 203.13. Looking at the chance of covering here for the Sixers, according to the Raymond Report Law of Average Theory, 77% for Philly and 42% for the Miami Heat. Now, Philly on a 3-game losing streak, 4 against the spread, so that's why you're seeing a nice chance of covering at 77%. Philly 7-4 in a year, where Miami 500 on the season. Now, the value index here on this game, we had the Sixers at minus 2.07, so you're laying 5, so they're really overvalued here if you do like Philadelphia. But looking at the Heat, plus 1.7, you're getting plus 5, so you're getting good value on the Miami Heat. But according to the Raymond Report, yeah, the percentage play is not in your favor. The Kogo of this game, the chance of this game going over the total is at 68%, and the over-under is at 209. So it does, we have conflicting numbers here and here. So maybe, I don't know. At first glance, I thought Philly would be worth a look, but the 4-game ATS losing streak has me a little bit concerned. Brooklyn taking on the Denver Nuggets. Now, the Nets a 1-point home favorite. Over-under set at 231. ATS forecast, the computer pick, going to lean with the Nets here. 116-110. The over-under set at 227. The line on this game has the over-under at 231. So it does like it to go under the total. The Kogo is at 36%. So the Kogo is in agreement with the computer total forecast. Now, looking at the Nets' last game, coming off a 129-116 loss to the Thunder, and Brooklyn now 5-6 on the season. And you know what? This is why it's important to follow the value index, because you look at a team like Brooklyn, they got Kyrie, they got Kevin Durant, they got Allen, they got a lot of high-profile names, right? But look at the record, 5-6, and this is why it's important. Don't be a headline handicapper. Follow the numbers and see where the value lies. Now, looking at the Nets here, we have them at -6, and you're getting -1. So if you do like Brooklyn tonight, there is value in this selection, and you got the chance of covering. That's because of this record right here, 5-6. Eventually, what goes up must come down, and this might be a nice spot here for the Nets. Now, looking at Denver, coming off a 114-89 win in their last game, and they're playing on, 1 day's rest here. And looking at the value index for Denver, we have them at -4.84, and you are getting +1. So you are getting value on Denver, 47% chance of winning. They're on a 2-game win streak, and the Kogo in this game, again, is at 36%. Might be worth a look here, taking Denver, but again, this chance of covering is sticking out like a sore thumb right here, right? All right, let's take a look at Utah here at Cleveland. Now, the Cavaliers coming off a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies last night, 101-91, and looking at Utah, they won their last game, 96-86 against the Pistons. They're playing on 1 day's rest. Now, the bookmakers have made the Jazz a 10.5-point road favorite. Over-under set at 205. ATS forecast, the computer pick sees a really tight scoring game here. The Cavaliers by 103-102. Over-under set at 205. So it does, look at that, right on the number of 205. The Kogo, however, is at 77%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. It's the percentage play. And if you look at the Kogo and the chance of covering, it's the same type of category. It's a percentage play. And in the Raymond Report, I base my philosophy on 3 things: value, percentage play, and performance cycles, right? You got to find the right cycle to get either the side or total with all the indicators strung along. And if you get enough indicators going with the percentage play and the value, then you got yourself a nice little play right there. Now, looking at tonight's game, the Jazz on a 2-game win streak, straight up and against the spread. The last 9 games for the Cavaliers have gone under the total Man, the bookmakers need to start catching up on Cavaliers game when it comes betting the total. The Kogo is at 77%. All right, this game of the night here in Houston, the Lakers taking on the Rockets. This is a back-to-back game situation, and Houston, who would have thought 3-5 on the season? When you look at last year, but last year, players are gone, Westbrook's gone, but when you start off the campaign and your top player's unhappy and there's trade talks, what did you expect, right? It's like dominoes. That first domino, it starts off everything, and sure enough, it's starting in a bad way for the season for the Rockets. But nothing's coming out of the Rocket camp, so they're just moving along. Hey, nothing to see here, folks. All right, look at this one here. You got the Lakers, 8-3 on the season. 5.5 point is the side number here. The bookmakers have put the Lakers a 5.5 point favorite. Over under set at 222. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Lakers, 118 to 112. Over under at 230. 65% chance of covering for the Rockets, 61 for the Lakers. Looking at the Lakers on the season, 8-3, 4-7 to the under. And the value index for LA is minus 8.48, and we're laying 5.5. So there's value, nice percentage play. And for the Rockets, the value was plus 147. You're getting plus 5.5, and you're getting a high percentage play. Now you just got to string on those indicators to see if you got yourself a nice selection on the side. Or the total, speaking of the total, the Kogo at 64%. So it does like it to go over the total. And looking at the 230, so maybe the over might be worth a look here. Got enough offensive of talent on that team for both these teams to bring that thing over. The Spurs taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. San Antonio, minus 2 point road favorite. Over under set at 217. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Spurs here. 113 to 110. Over under at 224. The chance of covering for the Thunder is 17%. 53% for the Spurs, who on a 2-game ATS losing streak. 5-5 on the season. Thunder 5-4. The Kogo is at 41%. And finally, the Pacers taking on the Golden State Warriors. Now, Golden State, if the playoffs were to start today, they'd be in 6-4 on the season. And for the Pacers, 6-4, coming off a loss last night to Buddy Buckets and the Kings. You know I love saying Buddy Buckets. Buddy, you know what? Buddy Hield had a big night last night for the Sacramento Kings. In fact, the whole team did. And they beat the Pacers 127 to 122. And for the Golden State Warriors, they beat the Raptors by 1 point in their last game. That was the game where Siakam had a shot. Again, Siakam had another shot last night. But unfortunately for the Raptors, nothing is falling for them this year. But enough of the Raptors. Enough of the homer call here. This is a Warriors-Pacers preview. And looking at the Warriors, I got them at -3 here. Well, the bookmakers have had -3. The over-under at 227. Again, 112 to 111. Another 1 point game here for the computer involving a Warriors game. Now, looking at the value index here for Golden State, we have them at plus 4.67. You're laying -3, so a little bit of overvalued here. And if you like the Pacers, you got a lot of value here on the Pacers, minus 4.46, and you're getting +3. And looking at the chance of covering at 53%, but Indiana on a 2-game losing streak. Indiana's like the mirror image of Utah in my view. Great at home, Jekyll and Hyde, right? Great at home, just hide on the road. And we'll see what's going to happen here tonight. The Kogo is at 59%. And for the Warriors, their last 3 games have gone under the total. There you have it, guys. That's the Raymond Report in a nutshell here for, what day is this today? Oh, yeah, January 12th. It's January 12th. Hopefully you guys have yourself a great rest of your day. Again, NHL starting soon, so that's why we're doing new formats. Just a lot of videos. You get caught with 10, 12 NBA games, 10, 12 NHL games. Makes for a long day, so I figure get this format in a nice compact format, and hopefully we get all the predictions and all the information on one video. And if you do like this format, please hit that like button, and if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. To me, that's the way I'll gauge it. If you guys like this format, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike, and we'll gauge it from there. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your Ruby Tuesday. And again, if you're interested in my top plays, my best bets, had a nice winner last night on actually the Toronto Raptors. Yeah, I took the Raptors, a little bit of a homer call right there, but it was a nice spot for them. I lost with the Knicks, but I also won with Buddy Buckets and the Kings. That was my free play here. And also, I give out a free pick every day, guys. So if you're interested in my free play, go to atsstats.com, go to picks, Ron Raymond, and you'll get my free pick right here each and every day right here at ATSstats.com. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.